Well, hello all. It's been quite a while, and this is my first post to YouTube for I think at least 2 years, I would imagine, something like that anyway. What with all that has happened with COVID and lockdowns, my studio really has not seen a great deal of photography going on. Over the last 15 months or so, I have turned my attention to a couple of other projects and even managed to get some work at our local post office to keep some sort of money coming in. And then the restrictions were eased and my photography could resume, or so I thought. Our illustrious Prime Minister, Mr. Boris Johnson, appeared on the TV the other night announcing the incredible dangers of Omicron and how Plan B would need to be invoked. This would require more restrictions that I just know will make clients put off jobs. I fear my excitement of resuming my career may well be short-lived. I reckon I am going to have a little bit of time between jobs. So I need to put this time to good use, and one of the things I have always wanted to do with my students, who I used to teach here in the studio, is to produce some videos of basic photographic techniques that I use in my day-to-day work as a professional photographer. Photographers quite often approach their photography differently, and the way I might undertake capturing a particular image may well be very different from how another photographer would approach it. These videos will show you how I have been taught when I was assisting professional photographers in my very early career. I learned photography predominantly using 5x4 and medium format film cameras. Obviously things were somewhat different in those days and equipment has really moved on. The latest equipment really helps, but a lot of things I learned back then have really helped me in my photography today. As sophisticated as they are, cameras can still get exposure wrong and lighting through TTL is not always perfect, etc. I will do my best not to make these videos brand specific. There is so much good gear out there from lots of different manufacturers. I just happen to use Sony for my cameras and Godox for all my lighting, including off-camera and continuous lighting. But there should be lots of info that applies to all makes of cameras and lighting gear. Also, quite a bit of the equipment I will be referring to is now old and has been replaced with newer models. However, a lot of my equipment still does the job, and if it is still in my bag, it means that I'm still very happy with it. And very often you can pick up the same gear off eBay for a great price. I will also try and show some very cheap ways of doing things and how to improvise using just rubbish that you might have around your studio or your house. I really hope this is going to be of interest, and I will likely be posting a video mostly about once a week, I think, something along those lines. And if there are lots of questions, I will also do a follow-up Q&A video as well. The first video in this lineup is going to be about studio off-camera flash. This is one of the main subjects my students have problems with, but really is essential to learn and will help so much with outside location flash as well. So, watch this space for the first video, which will be up in the next few days. Cheers for now, and take care.